Donna with Cypress Designs. Come on in and say hi. We are on Crafter on the Clock live, and we are doing Trash to Treasure. And if you've not followed Crafter on the Clock, you should. It's great crafters all day long, from morning to night. So we're going to repurpose a container tonight. So I'm waiting to be streamed in, and we'll get started. About a minute left, and we'll get started. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Hey Lavon, how are you? I'm excited about this one. This is going to be my first time doing this primitive thing on live. So again, welcome to Crafter on the Clock. I'm Donna with Cypress Designs. If you have not followed Crafter on the Clock, you need to. It's a great group of people. We go from morning, noon to night. So it's from the East Coast to the West Coast. So there's always crafting all day long. So our theme today is Trash to Treasure. Hey Sheila. So take something around your house and make it pretty, basically. We're going to repurpose it. So, hey Sam. Set alarm to cashew. Oh, you're so sweet. So we're taking a cashew can here, okay? We're going to repurpose this. Okay, so I've already taken the label off. And now, have you guys heard of Coffee Podge? This is from Tracy from Crafter on the Clock. And what it is basically glue and coffee grunge. Now, hey Jamie, hey Lorraine, if you're interested in knowing the ingredients, I can always tell you. Hey Carolyn, so Coffee Podge and glue together creates Coffee Podge. Hey Christy, but we're going to be using Coffee Podge. But if you're interested, let me know. I can give you the recipe. So basically, in this thing here, real quickly, for the grunge, I'll just say it to you really quickly. Hey Sissy, it's just a cup of hot water, half a cup of instant coffee, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 2 teaspoons cinnamon. That's it. Shake it up, and you got it done. Oh, I'll have to go back and look. Hey, Cheryl, I've got to go back and look, Christy. And then you mix the two. So your Coffee Podge is basically a cup of grunge and 3 cups of white glue. So it kind of gives you this weird milky looking thing. I have to tell everybody, hey, Rose, I have to tell everybody, don't eat it. Hi, Bonnie. So basically what you're doing, we're taking this is a cashew can. So we're going to take our, see, wasn't paying attention. We got to take coffee grounds first. Put enough down here because you need it. And you're going to crunch it down. This is from Tracy from Crafter on the Clock, the master of primitive. Is that you, Lisa? Oh, yeah, and I can give you some more. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? I can give you guys more of the stuff. I can actually write it down. So you want to crunch up your instant coffee, cheap stuff, Walmart. If you can find it at Dollar Tree, great, but I don't see much of that stuff there. So you're going to take your coffee, your Mod Podge, which is your Coffee Podge. Almost looks like a dessert, you guys. And you're going to go ahead and lacquer it on. I mixed it up really good. I actually put inside my coffee grunge, I decided to use almond extract. Ooh, it was so good. J. Wool Creations, welcome. And now you're going to roll it into the coffee grounds, okay? Just leave it. Now keep going. And what happens is this is going to melt into the coffee grounds. Just make sure you put enough on. Not too much, but make sure you put enough on. Okay? And just keep rolling it. You have to put some more on. So you're basically just rolling it, and you'll start to see how it dissolves. Okay? I'm going to have to put some more down here. Now, if you ever want to learn everything, you just got to go to Sweet Home Living, and she'll take care of you. I don't want to lose you guys. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Okay, now I want to show you what's happening. You see how it's melting into the can? Those are those vintage primitive cans. They look like they're, what do you call it? Kind of like, you know how you have a, what do you call it? You know those cast iron. Cast iron, that's what it is. So how's everybody tonight? So I want to just kind of go over this all real quick. I want to make sure I've got enough in all these spots. And you'll start to see it. And it starts to melt. Put a little bit more over here. I'm going to put some like this. And I've already got one made because I know this takes the time to dry and we just don't have a whole lot of time to let it dry. So you see how it's melting? This is exactly how it melts. Is it hot? How does it melt? It has to do with the Mod Podge. If the Mod Podge just starts to give it that gluey look, and it kind of melts the coffee. So you basically are just going to put it off to the side. And if you see any dry spots, just kind of tap a little bit. Don't go too heavy. I learned my lesson. Just put a little bit on, and it'll continue to do that. Because you don't want the dry part. You want it wet. Now, next week, I'm going to do, I think, a week of primitive. I got inspired when I was doing these primitive Valentine's Day stuff. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on. I just wanted to get just a little bit more saturated. And this stuff will last you forever, guys. I made a huge batch. Yes, I'm really excited about next week. I got this thing going on with this vintage. I baked my fabric and everything. I feel so special now. So I'm just going to leave it sit like this. Okay? So you're going to see how it's going to start to melt it, okay? So it starts to melt. Now you can do the bottom of the can. We'll go ahead and just go ahead and do it all. I have one completed because I think sometimes it's easier to have one 100% done so I don't have to dry it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some more coffee. This is really easy, guys. And if you're into primitive, it's great. Oh, you have to try it. Oh gosh, you have to try it. I really get into this stuff lately. I don't know why. I like doing everything. You know, I haven't really found exactly what I like. I just like it all. I like having a variety of choices. Because sometimes Christmas I like certain things, but Christmas I like primitive too. And you can keep going and going and going. But we don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more. And all it does is it melts it. And I'm going to just put a little bit more out here. Yeah. I actually like primitive. My pantry, hang on, itchy. My pantry is actually all primitive. Oh, that sounds really good. I've never had an amaretto one, but I'd like to have one of those right now myself. I love amaretto. That's probably one of my favorites. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more to this. It just helps it blend in. And don't do too much, because what I found out is the last time, my very first time doing it, it melted. It literally melted. So you see how it is? Almost looks like those candles. Hey, Barb. It's kind of like those candles, those primitive candles. Basically, same process. And then what you can do is if you want to let it dry, you can. Or keep kind of going over those little spots. So you have all that covered with coffee podge. You just don't want too much because then all it does is drip and goo. Okay. So now, I keep forgetting I got the underneath it already touched up. So let it dry. We won't dry this one because I have one dried already. And just let it dry, and if you see any dry spots, just go back and do the same thing. Tap it a little bit with the coffee podge. I want to do some candles is what I want to do with this. I want to make some cool candles. Isn't that cool? Look, keep touching it. See how easy that is? You guys can all do that. Son of a battery. Oh, you have. Now see, I have not done it on, this is my third can I've done. I did my first one over here, and I did a vegetable can too. Hang on, I just want to wipe my hands. I did get this just in case I was going to make a mess, but I guess I wasn't making a mess. Okay, so we got lots going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put my coffee back in to the container, throw this away, and now we're going to leave that sit. I've already got it all done, dried. This takes a while to dry if you want to sit and let it dry. I'm going to wipe this down. Now the fun begins. Now you get to see what it looks like when it's dried. It's messy, just so you know, guys. Hey, Ronnie, how are you? Hey, Lynette, how are you? Yes, you can add cinnamon, you can add cloves, you can add more if you'd like. So this is finished. It's finished. Now there's some spots that came off, but it's okay. So it almost looks like it could be a candle. Okay? So that's the same can. This is off to the side. We're not dealing with that. Now, the next thing we need to do is I took my paper coffee filters and I covered them in coffee grunge to give me that a little richer look versus it being, you can see the difference. See how much better that looks? Hey, Deborah. Did I miss Mandy is on here? If I missed Mandy, I'm sorry. Hey, Brenda. How are you? Oh, from the White Mountains of Arizona. Welcome. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take, I'm going to make a collar on this because this is for Valentine's Day. So we're going to kind of go a little at a time. We have time. And I have another can I did. I did a can, just a regular can. I didn't want to spend too much time on that because then you don't have time for everything else. So we're going to go ahead and pleat these. So all I'm going to do is, we're basically pleating. Let me see. We're going to pleat these. I've got bunches made. So all I'm doing is pleating them back and forth. Just so I have a collar around my, you know, it is Valentine's Day, guys, so you got to make it look pretty. I can make it look rustic, but primitive, but we can make it look really pretty too. It's hard for me to figure out where I'm going with this. My hands are just not working so well. Try to see if I can get my hands to move a little bit more this time. I've got lots of this made. I just want to get a good size of this folded. And it's going to look really pretty because it's going to have a collar. I went ahead and did 4 of them. Oh, thank you. Oh, Barb, good night. Like I said, it's just was something like I'm going to be doing, like, I think all next week is all going to be primitive. I kind of got my desire to do primitive. I've got to go find that, I'm going to go to Walmart. I got to find they have a product called Worth, which is the white, what is it? The white foamy stuff. So we're going to take this around the edges, okay? I just can't see what I'm doing anymore. And I like it better when it comes to doing threads and stuff. I keep doing everything differently here. My hands. And I want to make breads, and then I'm thinking of going live from the kitchen, and we're gonna make some salto pies. Hey, Phyllis from Idaho. Well, thank you. Welcome. Come on in and say hi. Welcome to Phyllis. Thank you for coming and seeing and visiting, and hopefully you'll enjoy Your new one should be coming in any day. Oh, my new hands? Hey, Deborah. Yeah, that's true. I did order them. I ordered my hands. They're just not here fast enough for me. If my mom, every time we'd go to my mom, I'd ask her how she's feeling. She goes, I'm feeling with my hands. I'm okay. I'm feeling with my hands. And she's like, Ma. My mom was always a little prankster. Little prankster. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I'm not perfect with this, but it'll look fine. You get the drift. Okay, so let me see how much I'm going to really need. I want to fan this out a little bit more. Actually, I could have done a better job. I'm going to take the heavy duty stuff. I could have probably just did it like normal, but it's easier when I have a pleat to do this with than it is for me to create the pleat. Because like I said, it's Valentine's Day, so it's not a... I'm making it so it can be any holiday. The whole thing is going to be made so I can change it out for each holiday. Hey, Rose, how are you? Hey, Anise, how are you? We're doing trash to treasure today. Let's see if I can do the rest of this without having to do 50,000 different things. I just got to get those hands to hurry up and show up from Amazon so I can get stuff done. I told everybody I'm going to buy myself a set of hands from Amazon. Because I sure could use them. I know there's a better way of doing it, and I was a little off on how I was doing this, but it'll still look good. It's primitive. Primitive isn't really fancy or anything like that. It's a little bit more, not drab. You know what I'm talking about. It's a little, I'm trying to think, what is the word? What is the word I'm thinking, guys? Not drab. Not glowing. Oh gosh, I think, hey Sandy, honestly, I think everybody does. I look back and think to myself, you know, my mom had all of this stuff and my mom had all of these things. And I think to myself, my goodness, I do all the crafting now. So, okay, so now we have our little container, right? Now, normally, with this container, you would have put this on first. You would have put this on first. But, like I said, this is my first one. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. And we'll just probably do a little grunge over it. Little coffee grunge over it. It's right on my fingers. Dog. I didn't need those fingerprints anyway. I'm getting new hands, so I don't need fingerprints. Let me know if your hands are right. I want to order a new pair too. I'll let you know because I've just lost a bunch of my fingerprints. Rustic. That's it. Okay. So see, I'm keeping it so it's the container is not going to be specific to Valentine's Day. I want it to be a container in which I can change out. So now this will be one I can change out for every day. I can change it out for Valentine's Day. I can change it for Christmas. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of this grunge. The labels are all from Etsy. You know me, I spend enough money on Etsy. I can look in my list. Now we're just taking a little bit grunge, just a little. And we're going to just kind of put it on the edges to blend it a little bit. Yeah, Etsy is where I buy a lot of this stuff from. I can tell you where it's from because it's all out there for me. I mean, They should be giving me a discount by now. Now, this is just going to give it that old, dirty look. Dirty. We like dirty. I don't want to do the whole entire thing because sometimes when you're working with fabric, you want to be careful that you don't end up removing the image. Oh, welcome, Tammy. Oh, no problem, Tammy. Just stay on and watch. Hey, Lisa, just stay up and watch. You just take care of yourself. I'll be praying for you. I can't even imagine, girl. I cannot imagine. You know, it's weird how things happen to people, and it's always good people, too. But welcome, Tammy. So, okay, so now you got that, right? Okay, we got the styrofoam inside. Now, here's a question. Do you think I should add the paper inside, or should I add this inside? What do you think? Paper or the moss? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Paper or moss? Oh, a spider. Look. Should I do paper or moss? Do you think I should do the moss? Sprinkler. Oh, sprinkler. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, guys. Should I just do the moss? Does the moss look okay? I think maybe the moss will look a little bit better. Let's just leave the moss. Otherwise, I'll ask you guys 50,000 questions all day. Moss. Okay, let me move all this out of the way. Now, here's the fun part I had. I did this all ahead of time because I had to because of my hands. When my new hands arrive, I'll let you know. I'll be able to function even better than I am now. So, we are going to make hearts, and this stuff is called, we're going to, here it is. If you guys haven't used this before, this is a great product to use. If you do it without coffee stain, this is what it looks like. It's like a batting. It's called natural cotton batting. And you can make a lot of primitive stuff out of this, okay? But hey Cheryl. So what I did is, hey Cheryl, another Cheryl. I went ahead and did something I haven't ever done before. I went and baked all my hearts. So I coffee stained them. Hey Lisa, I coffee stained them. Thank you for sprinkling. And you bake them in the oven for 250. 5 minutes, flip it. 5 minutes, flip it. 5 minutes, flip it. Hey Louise, so make sure to flip it. Otherwise, it'll get really dry and hard, and you don't want to burn it. So I have a variety package here. So we're gonna do little things at a time because there's a lot. Oh shoot, I can't do this first. Let me go and get this in here. See, I would have forgot. Okay. This is how I work, I forget. I'm just gonna do it this way, and then I'll put something on the other end of it. Yeah. Flip this a little bit more so I can actually grab it. Just the hole. It's very hard to see the hole, guys. I need to get a hole finder, guys. Hey Sharon, how are you? Oh, you did, Sharon? Ooh, that's cool. I'm still learning. I am still learning. I'm trying to tip this in so nobody gets hurt. Now, just so you know, when you're doing this, the stuff will chip off. You must be very, 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 very careful. This stuff will chip. That's how I ended up with this over there. Trying to get in the damn hole. This is heavy duty stuff too. This is heavy duty wire. Okay. I'm a little off on my shoot. I wasn't paying attention. I needed my thing to go over here. Okay. Shoot, I did that again. I didn't pay attention when I was putting the label on. I do this every time, guys. Every time. Lord have mercy. Let's redo it. These are nice because they're just cardboard. Okay? So you don't have to worry too much. It's cardboard. This might just take up my whole entire time. Between the bad eyes, the bad hands, visual impairment, just can't see what I'm doing. Congress, but all I'm doing is twisting it, and then I'll adjust this. And that's going to be good enough. So I could be here all day doing this. Okay. Still not perfect, but it'll be good enough. It'll be on a shelf, so it'll be good enough. Yes, I store everything in the refrigerator for sure. Hey Rose, how are you doing? Okay, so now you have that, okay? Now let's get cranking on our hearts. Okay, so I'm gonna make them, they're not gonna be puffed out or anything like this. They're going to be just basically flat hearts. Okay, so we're gonna take, I have regular backing to this. What I did is I even took these regular muslin or whatever you call that, and that's gonna be my backs. They don't have to be perfect, they're gonna be my backs though, because I want support on the back. And then this is where the stick is gonna go. And I'm gonna put some more here. And then this is just gonna be its cover, okay? Now they're not perfect, they're not gonna be perfect at all, but this is just to give you the support on the back, and it makes it look a little bit bigger. It's about right, lady, I tell you what. Now I gotta have a smaller one on this one. So, yes, smaller one. Is that the smaller one? I'm gonna keep my stuff in line here. Okay, now we're gonna add another one to it. They're gonna be just layered. Okay, and then as you go through here, you can go ahead and clean these up if there's a little something sticking out. Because none of these were meant to be exactly the same. I'm handmade in Springstead. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, hopefully there won't be anything flying. Okay, so now we're going to take this simple little heart, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to take that simple little heart, and now here's a question. I have to show you what I did. In the grunge, if you do this really good, you can take and make vintage wire. Now see, this is regular, this is vintaged. What I did is I kept it in the grunge for quite some time and put something on top of it. So now they look vintage, so they don't look, you love the hearts, Rose? So now they look vintage, see? So you can make vintage ones, because you know it's not that easy to find this stuff. So let me see, I was gonna see if I wanna do this around. Okay. Now each one's gonna be a little different. was playing and playing with it. I'm like, you know what? I bought a whole bunch of this stuff from Dollar Tree because I was like, God, I know I'm going to be able to use that for Christmas time. And then I was playing with it, and I thought, well, let me see if I can go ahead and get it to look vintage. And it turned out pretty good. I'm so creative sometimes. Isn't it a great idea? Hey, I worked really hard. You should see me baking today. My husband comes running in. He goes, what are you making? I'm like, fabric. He's just like, oh, because it smells so good. I actually put almond extract in my grunge. Oh, I love almond extract. It's my best. Okay. Now remember, these are primitive. With a little bit of a flare. I need just a little piece here. I didn't make a ton of them because I didn't plan on using a whole bunch of this. I just wanted to make a few pieces. It was just so nice to be able to come up with something. So, okay, so now you have one little, it's not done yet though, okay? Now we're gonna take our little, you know me, I love my little signs. This one is gonna say sweetheart across. Like I said, I'm hoping to get this stuff done. That's why I don't want to take too much time on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and distress these. You know me, I love to distress all my stuff. I'm gonna use sweetheart. I'm gonna have to make it a little shorter, but we're gonna go ahead and get this done. What time is it? Yeah. This is where I like to make my words stand out. We're gonna have to cut some of that. Right here. Get rid of all that. Get rid of a little bit more here. Can't have the sign too big. This one. It looks pretty much the same. Okay, so we're gonna glue these. I almost went on super early because I had an opportunity to change my time, but I decided, nah, I'm gonna stick on late night tonight. So you can see the sweetheart on there. I think I'm gonna pop this off. So I'm gonna take a little bit off of here. Hang on. This one needs to be just a little smaller. We're going to be putting buttons on here. I just don't want them to be too big. Now we're going to take our little buttons, even though I can't see what I'm doing. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way on these buttons. Okay, so we have one now. Who's amazing creator? Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay, so we got one in here. Now, I was gonna put a ribbon. I don't know if I'll have time for ribbons. Okay, so we got one. Okay, we're not done yet. Now we have to have a shorter one. I try to cut these sticks so that they're different sizes. Don't do a very good job. Okay, so let's go to the next. Now, here's a really pretty one, guys. I did the dots and stuff. And again, my backing. We're gonna do the pad, the heart, and a word written on fabric. Oh, thank you guys. You're all so sweet. You're so sweet to me all the time. Now I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, this is more of a backing than anything, and it gives it a good support. Get some quality stuff. Oh, this isn't the one I need. This is the one I need. I gotta remember they have to, it's very easy to confuse yourself on what is what and how you're gonna do it. Okay, now we're gonna do, I screwed up on that one. But that's okay, we'll just change this one up a little bit differently. well, I have more of these. I'm going to make a smaller one. So we're going to take this big one and we're going to make it smaller. Let's see, nope, got to be smaller. And you can just take these, and this stuff's not that expensive, guys. It's at not Walmart, it's at Hobby Lobby. Cheapest is at Hobby Lobby. It's like $6. And Joann's was like $8. Not very good at getting my circles the way I need them. And we're going to put another layer. So I love it with the layers. Oh, I want some cookies. I think we're going to do, that's too big. We're going to put this one on it. Okay. These kind of remind me of cookies. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, guys? If I only had a brain. Okay, where's one of these big ones? Now I need another one. I'm going to have to borrow one of these. I wasn't paying attention, as usual. We'll use one of these up. I'm not too concerned. I always jump the gun. Always jump the gun. And it's fine because it can be all different ways. I'm not doing the on every one of them. They're going to just be a couple of them are going to have the on it. This is like you can pat yourself. Yeah, Kurt likes cookies too. Okay, now we're going to put the love on this one. Now, let's do this. Let's keep going with the small words because I think it's going to be easier with the smaller words. Let me just keep going. I don't want them to be too long. I love it when the paper is ripped. It just makes it look so much nicer when it's ripped. Okay, that should be good. I just drop everything. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to add some more. See, there's where my hands don't like this. The backing is, hang on just a second. Walmart carries, and I don't know if you guys have ever done this, go to Walmart. Walmart carries, what is this stuff called? This is Waverly Fat Quarters, 100% cotton. And I take these and I stain them. Now the soft stuff is called natural batting. Very soft, natural cotton batting, and it gives that. And then if you put it in the coffee grunge, it really gives it that cute look of dirty. Almost reminds me of a cake. Okay, that's what it reminds me of, is a cake. Trying to get all the stuff off of it. Okay, so we got two. I'm going to push this one down and I'll show it to you. Oh, this one's actually a bigger one. So let me put this one here. I'm going to take a little one and push it way down here. So now you see where we're going with this? And then you can change this up. So it's not going to be just specifically for Valentine's Day. It'll be, I can rip all this out and I can put Easter in there. Okay, so let's go with the next one. So I cooked all these. So you take them, you grunge them, get them really nice and wet, put them in the oven for 250 for about 15 minutes, but 5 minutes at a time and flip, okay? So now we're gonna take this again, our back. This is that Waverly cotton. And this time we're gonna put the soft stuff back on it because I love the soft stuff. I wanna take and do the cute little heart with this one. And these, I finally went and bought myself some pinking shears. Do you know how hard it was to find pinking shears, guys? I went to Joann's. They were completely wiped out. Oh, See, guys? Not paying attention. Not paying attention. Not paying attention. Now, I was going to put ribbons on the bottoms of these, but I may have to wait a little bit on that because I don't know how much time I'm going to have when I'm done. Now, this one, I decided I was not going to do the wooden heart. I wanted to take some of these little flowers you can get from, I'm going to say Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to see if they will discolor with the grunge. Because I don't need on this I don't want them this white. I want them to be a little darker. Not that they're bad, but considering we're going, and these are paper, guys, so it darkens it up a little bit, so they'll look better. Hey, Marlene. Put that on here. We're gonna take, I forgot to darken this. Now be careful when you're doing fabric. Careful over the words because it will remove your words, especially if it's freshly printed. So you want to be very careful. Oh, you do, you lucky dog. I would love to have some old pink and shears. Nobody makes anything like they used to. And I will eventually put ribbon on these, but I only got 4 more minutes to go. No, 9, yeah, 4 more minutes to go. So, and then now we have another one. Now I'm going to try to make some little itty bitty baby ones. These are my big babies. So now those are my big babies, okay? And it makes it look so much better than it was before. So let's make some little ones because I don't have much space for the big ones. So see, I did a whole bunch of these. I grunged them, baked them, they're perfect. Okay, so the next one we want to do little stuff now. So if you don't color them, they're pretty. So if you're not doing primitive, it's perfect. So now let's take some of these little ones. I'm going to try to make it a little smaller than that. So I may have to cut a few of these. I meant to cut them a little smaller. I don't need super big ones. I need some little ones. And you can add different sizes to them. They don't have to be right on top of each other. You can kind of do it like this. Give it an extra layering. Just change it up a little. Okay, now this one, I remembered. Oops, almost put it the wrong way. Put it this way. Okay. You can change it up. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can change it up where the outside is a little bigger. Okay, I did remember to put the stick in here, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna break some of that off. We don't need such a big stick. We are going to do another word on this one. Oh, I forgot. I had arrows. I had arrows too. Let me take this arrow. We're gonna darken the arrow up. It sticks, so. And I gotta put a little sign on it first. This one will have to say, keep its arrow, if it'll fit. Yes, it'll fit. Okay, I'm getting there. And guys, stay on because they're gonna be doing, the next crafter comes on. And we're gonna do this again, make it dirty. And it kind of gives you that look of a fabric word. It kind of gives you that look of a fabric word. So we're gonna go ahead, or at least in my eye. Okay, so how we could do Cupid's arrow. And we'll do there. I better put some more glue on here. The glue is everywhere. I keep forgetting I buy all this stuff and then I forget to attach and do stuff with it. We got little Cupid's arrow. We're gonna put some little beads on, or little buttons here. Okay. So we got just Cupid's little arrow. Look at all that glue. That's annoying. And you can keep adding more. You can keep adding more. Where did you get your... God, they're so old. I don't know. I'm going to assume it's a Dollar Tree, honestly. That's where I'm thinking it's from. I got... Oh, shoot. I got to go. Love you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Bye.